Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need everybody to hit that like button, share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Salute to the GCVs and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Look, your coworkers are clowns, and their covert narcissistic games are played out. They're wasting their own time. A lot of people that you work with are low-key jealous of you, and it allows them to get out how they feel on you in a covert way. They'll hate you and they'll be smiling in your face. All the while, you got to work with these people and see them every single day. When you have multiple people who hate you for who you are, you have to ignore pretty much everybody. You have to ignore a lot of people. There are going to be a lot of people who are trying to get your attention and throw you off your game. And you can't allow this to make you bitter, because that's what they wanted to do. You have to allow this to make you better. It has to make you a better person, regardless of what happens. You can't hold any animosity towards these people. You can't have any hate in your heart towards these people, even if they hate you, even if they don't want to see you continue to work there, even if they don't want to see you stay there. You can't have hate towards them. All right, this is how they feel towards a lot of people that show up at these jobs, because these people are clicked up. All right, and when you're not in their little group or you're not in their clique, then they're not going to want you to stay there very long, and you're going to have to find another job someplace else. All right, they spend a lot of their time focusing on you and worried about you, and one of their biggest concerns is, why don't you want to be their friend, or why don't you speak to them, or why don't you talk to them? And they hold a grudge towards you because you don't necessarily want anything to do with them. And you don't have to have anything to do with anybody that you don't want. There's nothing that says in the employee handbook you have to speak to people to work here. You have to be my friend to work here. It's just that people are jerks, and they want to force themselves onto you and their negative attitude. And when you don't allow them to force their negative, stank, rancid attitude onto you, then they're not going to want you to work there. All right, because you're basically showing people that they don't have to follow the order that they have set up. All right, when you don't try to please people, and when you don't talk to people, when you just ignore people because you don't feel that you're obligated to treat them how they feel they need to because they're in a superior position, then it shows other people that they don't have to do that either. So basically, the whole structure starts to like become infiltrated. All right, because people start to see that, wait a minute, I don't have to act like that. It starts to crumble. All right, and they can't have that. They can't have anybody there that's not in the matrix. All right, they don't want anybody there that took the red pill. In the sense of, I don't have to obey you just because I work at this lame ass job. So when you don't obey these people, when you don't show them that you're willing to like sacrifice your integrity and your morals and tell them your business so they have something to clown you and put you down about, like when you are private and you stay to yourself, they're gonna resent you for it, and they're not gonna want you there long, because a lot of people that are at these jobs, they put all their business out there. All right, the manager knows that they beat their wife, or that their wife beats them, or the manager knows that they can't pay their bills, or the manager knows that they're broke. Like these people put all their business out there, and when you keep your business to yourself, people don't know what's going on. They don't know if you have problems or not. All right, and everybody who has problems is miserable. And the one thing that miserable people want in common with other people is misery. All right, misery loves company. And when you're around them and you're not miserable, they're going to have a huge problem with that. You're going to stand out like a sore thumb because you're happy and you're not upset and you don't hate your life. A lot of people at these jobs, they hate their life and they're stuck there. They don't have goals, they don't have dreams, and you don't belong there. So you have to spend a lot of time working on yourself, regardless of what happens, regardless if you have a job or if you don't, regardless if you're working someplace or if you're not, regardless if you work for them or if you don't. You have to continue to work on yourself, because there are a lot of clowns out there who are not going to want to see you rise to the top. All right. But God has a plan for you regardless. God's going to make a way for you regardless. All right. People don't want to see chosen ones win. They know that when we get our hands on something, we're going to do our thing, and you're not going to be able to stop us unless you voluntarily get in the way and try to stop us. And even when they do that, they can't stop you still. They can't stop you no matter what they try to do. They can't take what's already yours. And when you work on yourself and you develop yourself, you give yourself access to something that the world can't take away from you, no matter if they're a clown or not. People are going to play a lot of games with you when you're not a narcissist, and they see that they are. They're going to see that as a leg up on you. These people are narcissists and you're not. So when they see that, they're going to see like, oh, okay, they're not like us. This person is someone we could take advantage of. This person is weak. And all that does is make a person that knows about people like that just stay away from them. It makes you want to stay away from people. And another thing too, it's not even just that people are narcissistic. A lot of that is the case in certain work environments, but it's just the fact that you could read people and you could see right through people. You can tell who is a bad news bearer, and you just know who you rather not engage with. But people feel inferior and they feel threatened by your presence. So when you're not talking to people, like, people will think that you're a killer or something, or that you're coming there to hurt them. People feel the need to be afraid of you, like you're the one that's causing the problem. Like, just because you don't talk to them. You don't talk to them because they're out to get you and stab you in the back. That's why, like, why would somebody befriend and speak to people and joke around with people who will stab them in the back? See, chosen ones are too real. We're too real to keep it fake with people. We can't be fake with people just for a paycheck. All right. Our authenticness, our genuineness, our realness is going to show through. And we're not going to be able to be fake with you. All right, especially as we become more awakened on our spiritual journey. We're not going to be able to keep it fake with these people, because we're too real. And a real person cannot dwell in an environment full of fake people. They're going to resent you, they're going to hate you, and they're not going to want your realness to exist in that environment. It's just not going to fit, because those environments thrive off people being fake. Those environments thrive off fakeness, because there's people who have to do stuff that they hate every single day. There's people who have to do stuff that they don't want, and everybody has to adjust their mood to the person that's in charge if they want to stay there. It's just like having being raised by a narcissistic parent or something like that. You have to adjust your mood to please the people around you, and when you don't alter how you feel to join the company of the miserable, the miserites, then they make you look at the door, right? All right, because they don't want you there. All right, when you won't lay down and die and be miserable and let them walk all over you and treat them the way they want to treat you with the idea that they have of you in their mind, you're not going to be able to exist there too long. They're not going to want you there if you're not going to live within the matrix or the patriarchy or the social structure that they have set up in that work environment. It's not going to mix. You're not going to fit in. And as a chosen one, you shouldn't want to fit in. You can see right through these people. You can feel that they're no good. You know they're up to no good, and it makes you distance yourself from them, whether it's a job or not. You still put God first. Just because it's a job doesn't mean you're going to associate with people that you have no business associating with. Just because you're getting paid or not, God will take care of you and your needs. Everything will be met, and you won't have nothing to worry about. As long as you continue to put God first, God will see that you put him first. Like, okay, you put me first. over the negative treatment from these people at these jobs that didn't even want you there in the first place. And as a chosen one, you got to give yourself a lot of credit for even sticking around as long as you do at most of these places, because the funny thing is, which is not really funny, but it's funny, they know they treating you messed up. They know they are treating you messed up. They know they are treating you in a way that's going to make you not want to come back, and it's going to make it difficult for you to stay. Like any amount of time that you stay at a place, you got to give yourself a pat on the back, because you got a target on your back. They hate you just for showing up. And it's nothing that you could do to change that, except create your own business, create your own reality, start something up for yourself where you have control over it. And a lot of people may think like I sound narcissistic or something, like, oh, he needs control. You're supposed to want to have control over your life. If not, if you don't take control over your life, the world is going to take control over your life. That's like basically saying I'm not going to control my mind. If you don't take control over your mind, the world's going to control your mind. The world's going to be telling you what to do, when to get up, when to go to work, when to do this, when to do that. And you can start from somewhere. All right, this is the matrix. Don't allow anything to confuse you in terms of how you feel about success or anything like that. You can have it. All right. God says that as long as we pray and as long as we work towards something and as long as we believe in ourselves, we can have it. All right. If we believe in the fact that we have God in us, and whatever we're creating is that powerful and that strong and it's needed, and we're working our purpose, we're working our goals and stuff like that. This isn't no I have a dream speech. This is reality. This is like you creating a reality for yourself. This is for anybody that wants to be an artist, anybody that wants to play basketball, anybody that wants to be successful in life, anybody that just doesn't want to live an average life and be a bum. Like, you don't have to just work some job. You don't have to just live an average life. You could be successful no matter what. All you have to do is just work on a goal, believe in it, and stay consistent and not give up. If you believe in it, other people will too. And if you see the value in it, other people will too. You can't let clowns determine how you view your life, and you can't let situations where clowns fit in determine how you view yourself in society. There are a lot of people that are well off in decent positions that are just morally just jacked up, and they're clowns. It doesn't make them any better than you. It doesn't make them more successful than you. You will have your time and you will rise up. All right, because God is watching you. He sees everything that these people are doing to you. He sees how difficult they're trying to make things for you. He sees how incorrect they're being towards you. He sees how abusive they're being towards you, how they're trying to cripple you, how they're trying to destroy you, how they're trying to make you quit. All right, how they're trying to make you try to end your life, end up in a depressed state. People don't care. All right, when you have God in your life and you're chosen, you are out the club. People don't care. The only person that's going to care about you is God. And that's why it's important to pray. And that's why it's important to stay away from fake ass people. Doesn't matter who they are. All right. That fake energy is toxic and it's destructive. You don't even have to be at work to experience that. Whoever is fake or whoever is toxic, stay away from them. But why would you want to interact or associate with people like that? All right. They even try to make it difficult when you even when you get a job to get away from these people. They still find ways to make it difficult. All right, and when you're chosen, that's just the way it is. All right, you do not belong there. That's why I work. That's why I work so much on myself outside of having a job. I'm always creating. I'm always working, and I'm not going to stop doing that. I am taking control over my life, and I'm going to have my businesses. I already have them in my mind. I already have them set up. I already have everything that I already see things, how things are supposed to be. I already see where God wants me to take things. All right. I already see how God is moving. So it is what it is, you know. Like, people can want to see me fail. People can want to see me not succeed, but they're like, it is what it is. God's going to create a way for me, whatever it is, whatever way that doesn't work out. God will show me a way that's going to work. All right. And things are going to work for me. Things are going to work for you. You don't have anything to worry about. There's nobody that can stop you from becoming successful. All they can do is try. All right. And it's a lot of games that people play at these jobs. All right. You're just trying to do your job. And you got people trying to play games with your mind at work. People purposely doing things to get underneath your skin, and they keep doing it and over again until they can blame you for it, until they can point the finger at you, or you just ignore them too much and they're not getting to you and they're just tired of seeing you there. All right. It's to the point now where people just get tired of seeing me at places because they're the stuff that they're trying to do isn't even working anymore. They're trying to make me upset. I'm still not aggravated. I still feel good. I'm still happy. I still feel rich, wealthy, successful, all these good things. It's like they can't destroy your mood if you don't let them. And your attitude determines your latitude. Your mind and what you speak and what you think will bring you to where you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter what happens in your life. Everybody that became successful, they had plenty of things that happened along their journey. Things that they've had, things that they lost, things that they gained back. Like all types of things happen to people along their success journey. Just because something happens along your journey doesn't make it finite, doesn't make it final. There's plenty of people who had things and things didn't work out, and it was an opportunity and a bigger blessing for something better. So it's like it determines, like your mindset determines where you're going to go in life. Other people, their negativity, their evil, the way they treat you, that doesn't determine where you go in life. Not if you let it. You have to keep moving, and you can't let anything stop you. All right, you can't blame people. All right, just because people are rude, just because people are corrupt and stuff like that, you can't allow that to hold you back. You still have to keep going. That's why it's good to have something yourself that you can do. When you put your when you put all your eggs in one basket, like you always heard that growing up, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So it's like, why would you tell someone not to put all their eggs in one basket, but then you'll tell them to get a job, but then shun them when you see them trying to do something else other than get a job? People like once you reach a certain point, you just realize people were just saying stuff just to be saying it, just because they had did something for themselves and they felt that they were in a position of authority to speak. And a lot of people that are in positions of authority aren't even in the position of authority to speak. They just got there by just being there, or they from who they know. All right, those people. It's not what you know; it's who you know. And then there are some people that got to where they are because they worked there, but some of them were still corrupt because they still didn't even want you to succeed. All right, and they won't even like really help you the way a person's supposed to help somebody, because they're afraid you're going to be better than them. And that's what a lot of this is like. And you don't even have to have the same position as people. Once people see that you start to look a certain way, or you might be a whistleblower, or you're a truth teller, they're not going to want you in that specific place, because anything that goes wrong, they know you're going to talk about it. They know you're going to have something to say about it. If it's not right, they know you're going to stand up for it. And then once other people start to take on that attitude, they have a whole bunch of people who they can't control. And these jobs, they need people that they can control. If they can't control you, you stand out like a sore thumb. You stick out like a sore thumb if they can't control you. That's the one thing that they need to do, is have control over their employees. When you don't show them that level of respect or show them that fear, it's like they need you to live within a certain amount of fear. Like, I'll see people and they'll look at me like I'm supposed to be afraid, or like I've done something wrong. It's like they want me to be boxed in and live within like this idea that they have of me. And when I don't do it, like I can energetically feel it, like, because before I used to be entrapped by those types of realities. I used to be stuck in those dimensions. Like, people wanted me to feel that way. I didn't know anything other than to feel that way. I was like, oh, okay. And it's like, that's not happening anymore. Like, I'm aware of what the hell is going on in my reality, and I'm not letting people control me that way no more. Right? Just even if it is for whatever an hour, it's not happening. You better have to control somebody else, or you're gonna have to find somebody else. Either one is okay, because I'm always going to be all right. God is always going to provide for me some kind of way. Things will always work out for the chosen one. They always do. So don't worry. Don't be afraid. Don't start thinking negative. Definitely don't start thinking negative just because some clowns are in your life, or just because some clowns Don't want you around. Don't start thinking negative. All right. If you just left Clown Town, if you just left a job where the people were treating you like shit and taking advantage of you and trying to make you go crazy, what's there to miss? What's there to be upset about? You may have to find some place to work, but you have some time to clear your head. All right. You have some time to relax. You have some time to not be around those negative energies anymore. You have some time to find something different. You could do something else with your life. You could start a business. You could create something. You could build something, build a brand, start you a business. All right. Do something. Get you a certificate. Get a license in something. All right. This is why you have to save your money and use your money correctly. When one door closes, another one opens. All right. Don't let these people shut you down. Don't let these people stop your mission. You can't. That's why you have to take more control over your life. Put money to the side. Save money. Start a business. That way you'll have more income. Get some others. You don't want to start a business? Find some ways to make some other streams of income. Take that money from your job and invest in yourself. Put some to the side, save it. All right, and invest in yourself. As a chosen one, you always have to be prepared. But don't just prepare for negative, prepare for better. That's why I say prepare for a business. Don't take that money and prepare for a rainy day. Invest it and start something. Don't put some money to the side with a negative thought. Don't ever do that. I know it's good to prepare, but even when you're preparing and putting money to the side, mentally and visually put that money to the side. And even if you're putting it up, like say you're putting some money to the side because you want to make sure you're straight, put that money to the side to make sure you're straight and see a positive outcome. See yourself moving up, see yourself advancing. Don't put money to the side with the idea of negativity, because you're putting like for a rainy day, you're putting a dark cloud of energy over that money, which is going to attract a negative situation for that money to be used for one of those types of situations. All right. So put that money to the side with being able to travel or go on a vacation. Put that money to the side with being able to move out, get a better job, and move into a bigger house or apartment. Put that money to the side with being able to move to a new state, get your new house, new car, and new gym membership. All right. Put that money to the side with hopes for better for the future. All right. I know we heard put money to the side to prepare for a rainy day. You don't want to prepare for any rainy days. You want to prepare for a better day. If you don't want the rainy day, why prepare for it? People didn't know how to use their mind. Now we know how to use our mind. We know how to attract. We know as we think, so are we. People say the law of attraction is not in the Bible, or it doesn't have anything to do with the Bible. Okay, Proverbs 23 verse 7. As a man thinks, so is he. As you think, so are you. If you think rainy day, you're gonna have rainy day. Think for the better no matter what. Put that money to the side with a better idea. All right. So you're going to have to prepare for the better. Don't prepare for the worst. Prepare for the better. All right. Why prepare for worse? Even if worse things happen, when you prepare for the better, you'll still be unscathed. So you're always going to want to prepare for the best as a chosen one. All right. These people are out to get us. They don't like us. They don't like our energy. They're jealous of us. They have a lot of hate towards us because we have a better spirit. Our spirit is pure. All right. Some of these people, their kids don't even like them. Some of these people, their kids don't even like them, and they expect other people. They wonder why other people that they don't even know don't like them, and they think it they take it as one big joke because they know that you're the better person. They know that you're the better vessel. They know that they're a broken vessel. All right, they know that they are broken inside. That's what all their little jokes are around you. That's what all their little sarcasm is around you. They know they're full of BS. They know they're full of BS. They know you're better than them. They know they ain't worth nothing. They know they ain't never going to be nothing. They ain't never going to have nothing and more than that job has to offer them. And they know that when you get enough from that job, you're going to be able to turn that into what more than they could with that job. They know that you can do more with your finances from the job than they can. And that's going to draw jealousy too, because you're smarter than they are. You think wiser than they are. You have a mind that is connected to God. You get downloads from the universe. These people don't have nothing to do with that. They don't see any repeating numbers. They don't get any messages from the Lord. All right. They don't see any animals don't come up to them like that. And but regardless of all of that, they can't stand to be around you. They can't stand the sight of you. It literally makes them want to take themselves out. So that's why they have to make you feel that way. And that's why they have to get you out of a lot of places where you are. That's why people will act like that at church, try to get you to not come back because they're jealous and insecure. Everybody at the church is going to like you more than them. There are people that are jealous of the attention that you get, and they want to be in your shoes. They want to fill your shoes. They want to take your identity. They want to steal your life. These people are sociopaths, and it's something wrong with them. They are sick, and when you are around sick people, you can't expect sick people to act normal. So it's only a matter of time. It's not your fault. It's nothing that you're doing. It's nothing that you've done wrong. People just cannot stand to be around you because your energy is pure, and you hold the light. You hold the light of the Lord. You hold the light of our Savior. All right. You are an upstanding gentleman. You are an upstanding female, and you deserve the best. So don't let anything get you down. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything make you think you're undeserving or unworthy just because it's certain groups that you don't fit in or certain places that don't want you there. Just because a place full of clowns doesn't want you there doesn't mean you're not deserving of a good job or friends or wealth or money or cars or homes. Doesn't matter how many places you've been turned down. May have to start over and move to a whole new state. Straight up. All right. You may have to start over and go someplace different. All right. When things don't work out for you in a place, that's a sign that you have to leave and go someplace new. And don't you dare tell nobody where the hell you going. They are mad because you're going to have a better life than them. When it's all said and done, no matter what they tried to do, they couldn't stop you, and you were still going to reach your destination. You're still going to reach success. You're still going to do your best. You're still going to have the life that you always dreamed of. It doesn't matter who takes what from you. What God can give you, no man can take away. And what the world didn't give you, the world can't take away. The world can't take your good spirit. They can't take your good heart. They can't take your righteous mind, your righteous spirit. They can't take your upliftment. You can uplift yourself no matter what type of day you're having. You could pick yourself up no matter what type of day you're having. The Bible says when thou art cast down, there is lifting up. You can lift yourself up and make yourself feel good whenever you want. You have everything you need to be happy right here and right now. Everything that you need flows to you easily and effortlessly. Anything that you need will be given to you. Ask and ye shall receive. According to your belief, so be it unto you. Believe in a God that loves you, that wants to bless you, and that wants you to have everything that you need, regardless of who doesn't want to see you win and become successful. Instead of focusing on haters that don't want to see us with, we need to put all of our love, all of our heart, all of our energy, all of our mind into a God that wants to see us, a God that wants to give us all that He has, because all that the Father has is ours. All right, all that the Father has is mine. Doesn't matter who doesn't like me. Doesn't matter who doesn't want to employ me. Doesn't matter who doesn't want me to stay at the job. Doesn't matter who doesn't like my energy because it's better than theirs, and I'm greater than them, and I'm going to do more than them, and I'm going to have more than them, and my life is better than them, even in its lowly state. They can't stop me, and they can't defeat me, and they never will. I'm not allowing anything to get me down in this season, in this year. Nothing will ever get me down again, regardless. I'm not going to allow it, because I have that. I could go to God. All right, I could lift myself back up. I could pick myself back up. All right, I'll fall 7 times, but I'll get back up 7 times. I could do anything with Christ Jesus. All right, with God, with God, all things are possible. There's nothing that you can't do when you believe in yourself and you believe in God. It's nothing that you can't do. They can hate on you all they want. They can try to stop you all they want. They could try to bring the worst out of you and then blame it on you all they want. It does not matter. You will still rise to the top. You will still rise to the top. That's the one thing that they're trying to stop. They want to hold you back, and they want you to stay stuck in the same spot. But the thing is, they think they control your progress. They think they control how far you can go just because they give you some money every week or every 2 weeks, or they give you a salary. They think they control what you do with your life. No, you don't. You do not control how great I am with my life just because you pay me. You do not control my life just because you pay me. When you have an attitude like that, you know you're not going to be able to stay at a place long. That's a boss mindset. That's a boss attitude. When you have a boss mindset and a boss attitude, you need to be creating a reality to where you're the boss in it. People probably call you boss anyway because you're chosen, and they're low-key taking a shot at you because you're better than them. So why not become a boss actually in real life? Okay, boss. Oh, okay, whatever. I guess that's your way of letting me know that you think you know I'm better than you, but that's up to you, sir. That's up to you. You recognize a power in me that's greater than the power in you. It's unfortunate that you do that, but that's up to you, sir. There's no power that's greater than us. All right, as chosen ones, there's no power that's greater than us. That's why they have to come against us like they do. In groups, there's no power stronger than the chosen. Because that power that's in us, that strength that's in us, that's God in us. There's no power stronger than us. There's no energy stronger than ours. None. We get our energy straight from the Most High, straight from the source. There's nothing more powerful than us. All you got to do is realize your power, realize your strength, realize why they hate you. They want to be you so bad and have to see you every day. Do you know how bad that frustrates a person? Everybody want to be Michael Jackson. Everybody want to be Michael Jordan. Everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather. Everybody want to be Muhammad Ali. If they could, they'd make an action figure out of you. They play with it every day. These people look up to you, and they whole grown adults. Whole same age as you, looking up to you. And they resent you for it. Heart full of evil. Heart full of resentment and contempt for you. Brain full of disdain. They are wasting their time. Do you realize that they're wasting their time? I really want you to know that they are wasting their time. You're going to develop yourself to a point to where they cannot damage you anymore. No matter what they take, no matter what they steal, no matter how they want to see you, it's not going to register, because you're going to strengthen this and you're going to work on this and you're going to develop this to what happens around you in this physical world. It's not going to mean shit. It's not going to mean nothing. Whatever they try to do, it's not going to mean anything. It's not going to have no significance, because you're going to be stronger than that. Greater is he that is in him than he that is in the world. Like, you really have to meditate on these day and night so you can get the true significance. These one-liners, these Bible verses, all right, that everybody knows that they lose their. I'm not gonna say they lose their strength, but we overlook the strength in them because they're so popular and they're so said. We don't dive deep into them and really discover the true meaning of them. All right, it's greater that is in he that is in the world. Greater is what's in your mind than the circumstance. It's also what that means. Greater is what is in your mind than any circumstance, any situation, any problem, any negative person. They could not hold you back any longer. They tried to hold you back so long, and they can't. It's impossible. You can't be stopped. They're going to have to keep trying. People who don't see you anymore, they're going to be following you around, keeping tabs on you, keeping updates on you, stalking your social media, cyber stalking you. They have to know what you're up to. They got to know if they crippled you, if they stopped you, if they depleted you, if they ruined you. They got to know these things. These people are evil. They got to know if what they did delivered you the final blow. They could never take you out, though. Never. These people could never. The power of Christ compels them. All right, you got the power of Christ in you. They couldn't stop you if they tried. They couldn't stop you on your worst day. Only problem that we have is giving them too much of our power and our energy and believing that that power is outside of us. That power that we're looking for, that power that we're giving them, that power dwells in us. They're not stronger than that power that dwells in us. Stop looking for that power in the sky when you talk to God and look for that power in you. So that way you can defeat these enemies. Because God in you dwells in you. You're looking for the God in the sky. You need to be looking for the God that dwells in you. So that way you have you can use that power in you to defeat these enemies. Ask God to show you how to defeat your enemies with the power that he's placed in you. Ask God to allow you to rise up in life and become successful with everything that he's already given you. Ask God for you to become rich and wealthy and prosperous with everything that he's already given you. So that way blessings can just keep on coming in. Ask God to show you how to dig wells so that he can fill them for you. Everybody's got something. Ask God to show you how to use what he gave you and turn it into something lucrative for yourself. So that way you won't be out here depending on a job, so you won't end up like Job. If you depend on a job, you're going to end up like Job. When you don't believe in yourself and you don't do for yourself and you depend on a job as a chosen one, you're going to end up like Job, potentially. Not to say in every case, but there are people out there who could potentially end up like Job. Your energy is too strong. You're too bossed up. You're supposed to create something for yourself. Those jobs don't want you to get no money, bro. That job doesn't want you to get no money, sis. You done tried a job your whole life and they didn't want you there. That does something to a person over a lot. That does something over a person. That does something to a person over a period of time. Being put down, being turned down, people not wanting you there all that time after time. It's like you just got to keep going. You can't give up still. All right. You have to keep going regardless. And this is why I advocate you start something yourself. Sorry, I apologize. Not having the camera on me. I'm just going in. This is why I advocate you having something yourself. That way you can have control over it. You can monitor it. Nobody can stop you from doing it. You can do it whenever you want. You feel like doing it, you can. You want to take a break, you can. These people are jealous of everything that has to do with you just being alive. All right, they're jealous of everything that has to do with you. They can't stand you for a few seconds. Can't stand being around you at all. And you have to believe in yourself, and you can't let that stop you. Oh, they're not going to like me. So what? Work there, plan, find some place else to work. Don't ever give up. You have to be strategic, all right? You have to be strategic and you have to be low key. Can't be friends with everybody. And when you have to be looking, if you know the type of energy you have, as soon as you get a job, you may have to start looking for another one the day you get one. You may have to keep 2 jobs. The type of energy you have, your energy might be that strong to where they don't want you there for more than a few weeks. Maybe you got to keep 2 jobs. Maybe you always have to keep going from job to job to job until you could just create something for yourself. But even if that's what you have to do, the Lord will bless you and allow you to be able to do that. As long as God sees you eager and willing to work and willing to go after what's yours, he'll always provide and keep a way open for you to make something happen for yourself. Just know that there's always going to be a way for me. Just know that there's always going to be a way for me. There's always going to be a way for me. There's always going to be a way for me. Regardless of who doesn't want to see me win, I'm always going to come out on top. I'm always going to succeed. I'm always going to be able to do my best and look my best and feel my best, regardless of what anybody tries to set in place for me in life. It's not going to win. It's not going to prosper. It's not going to take me out like you planned. I'm still going to win in life. You can't stop me. They could never stop me. And that's why people hate you so bad, is because they could never stop you. They've been trying so hard to stop you and take you out, and they couldn't do it. They just had to just let you go. You know what? We tried everything. We tried to make him freak out so many times. He's not freaking out. We thought we were going to be able to make him go because he was going to lose his temper. Let's just let him go. Just let him go. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing him. I'm tired of dealing with him. Nothing that we're doing is able to get to him or work. Let's just let the person go. And you know that's what it is, because you'd be a fool and you'd be lying to yourself if you acted like you didn't see them trying to attack you. You done fought through so many attacks at so many other places, and you know what part you played in it. So now the fact that you've grown past reacting to people and they can't get you to react, so now the new thing for them to do is just to let you go, because they were so mad and they lost and they couldn't take it anymore, so they just gotta let you go. That's what they gotta do. Yo, you're stronger than them, and your energy is better than theirs. So the fact that you're not reacting to them, you kept in a lot of energy. Doesn't matter if these people let you go. You have your energy now. You're going to be able to bounce back that much better. You're not going to be worried about them or focused on them. You're not going to have anger or resentment towards them. They let me go, cool, whatever. On to the next one. And you just have to move a little bit wiser. When you get something, don't think that's the end all be all. When you get something, don't get comfortable. When you get something, immediately be looking for something else. Doesn't matter what it is. Always have something that you could do to be putting money in your pocket, because when people are jealous of you, you're not going to be able to stay in one place for too long. You make the mistake of thinking that you're just like everybody else, and you're not. Your energy is pure. You're chosen. Your energy is of the light. All right, you're not of the dark. You're not of the darkness. All right, you're not of the darkness. Charlie Murphy. All right, you're not of the darkness. So it is what it is. All right, they're not going to want your energy around for long, because it's going to disrupt them. It's going to disrupt the social structure of what they have going on. It's going to make people ask questions. It's going to make people see that things aren't being done right, and that people aren't being treated fairly. And that's the one thing that they can't stand, is somebody that brings awareness to those kinds of things. They don't want people to see that people aren't being treated fairly or being treated right. They want that to be something to be ignored and something that nobody pays attention to. Who cares if we're treating you right? We're paying you. Shut up and get paid. But so it's some treatment that makes it difficult for others to take. People know that, but people know when people are empaths and they're not. People know when people don't feel something or when people do feel something. And because they have emotional cognitive ability. So they know how the treatment that they give people, they know how it affects them. So they know that if they treat somebody like you a certain way, that is going to cause you to feel a certain way, and over a period of time, that's going to get to an individual like that. But once you become too strong, and once what they do has no effect on you anymore, then they just got to let you go. Because it's like game over. It's like, okay, it's not fun for them, because they know that you're going to be able to stay. They know that you can withstand their abuse. They know that what they're doing isn't strong enough. It's not powerful enough, because they're weak. All right, so like they know when they're weak, and they know they don't have the power that they thought they had. It's no fun for them. The game is over. It's like playing a game that's unplugged. It's like playing PS2 by yourself, playing Tekken by yourself, with the other controller plugged in, but nobody's playing, and you're not playing against the computer. The person's just standing there like this, and you're just beating on somebody that's not even fighting back. That's what they like to do, but when it comes to them fighting, and the other person's not fighting back, and it's like, see, they'll fight you when you don't fight back, when you're weaker than them, but they won't fight you when you're stronger than them. And it's like somebody 120 pounds trying to fight Shaq, and they're like punching them in the chest, and it's not doing anything. When you strengthen yourself and you don't react to these people, and they get tired of trying to get your reaction and get underneath your skin, and it's not working, it's like them trying to beat up somebody bigger than them. It's like them finally trying to pick on somebody their own size, and then when it's not working, they tire themselves out and they just give up. Like they'll try to beat you down, and then when they get tired of beating you down and they're hurting themselves because it's causing them too much stress, because they're putting all their energy into it and they're not getting the result they want, they just say, you know what, to hell with it, and they throw the towel in, and they say, whatever, let's just get them out of here any type of way we can. And that's what people will end up doing. But yo, you got to keep it moving. That can't be an excuse. You can't make that an excuse. You still have to keep going. You can't just, oh well, they did. That can't be you. That can't be the new. That can't be the end to your story. That can't be the new topic of discussion. The topic of discussion is, yo, life is always moving forward. Energy is always moving forward. Blessings are always coming into my life, regardless of what happens. You have to keep moving forward. And you can't let things get you down. You can't let things depress you. You can't let things stop you. They may try, but the only way you could get depressed is if you lay down and die for these people, if you don't do anything. And, oh, they did this. I'm just going to sit here and just, woe is me, and sulk in my problem and the issue, and just focus on what they did and think about the negativity and why I didn't get along with this one and what I could have did different, or what they should have did, and with how wrong what they did to me. Like, move on, find something new, forget about it, forget those people, move on with your life. They're dead to you. They were never anything to you anyway. Those people meant nothing to you. You didn't even talk to them probably. So they didn't mean nothing to you. Why? What you don't even worry about that. Move on. It's not the first time this has happened to you. Keep it moving. All right, it's all good. You're still going to thrive. You're still going to be successful. All right, you're still going to have everything you want in life. God's still going to create ways for you to win and prosper and succeed and have success. So don't go worrying and don't go thinking negative because of what things may seem to be, what reality people might try to create for you. They know that you want more out of life. They know what you're working towards. They stalk you. They watch everything you do. These people know what you're doing with your life. They just don't want to see you win because it ain't them. And that's okay. All right. But that's why this is the game called life. You just have to play a little different. You have to play to win because you as chosen. They want you to feel that it's a disadvantage, but it's not. It's an advantage. You just have to start using your mind and stop depending on the system. You're not like everybody else. You're not like these people. They can go to these jobs, work, stay as long as they want. Their energy doesn't send off any red flags to people. They're not irritating anybody. They're not making people feel bad about themselves. You have to keep that in mind. It's not that you're a bad person. You make people feel bad about themselves, and that's why they have to make you feel bad. They have to project back onto you how you make them feel. You make people feel that they're not doing enough. You make people feel that they're not successful, that they thought they were successful before you came around. When you came around, they realized that their success wasn't anything. They realized that their success wasn't really success. They have a house, they have a car, but they're unhappy. True happiness is within, and if you don't know how to find that, you're screwed. True happiness is within. If you don't know how to find that, what are you really doing with your life? If you're not going after true happiness, what are you really doing with your life? If your goal and mission in life isn't to become happy, if your goal and mission in life isn't to become a better person, what are you really doing? People are choosing to just be stuck and just to deal with whatever they've chose to deal with because they think that that's the hand that they've been dealt. This is what life threw at me. This is my life. This is how things go for me. To hell with that. Make things, when things aren't going the way you want, make them go the other way. All right, when things aren't going the way you want in life, turn around and make them go the other way. You turn your mind around, you will turn your life around. And you may be defeated in life, but as long as you don't accept defeat, as long as you don't accept a defeated mindset, you're going to come out on top and you're going to win. Whatever you lose, you're going to end up with something better. Whatever gets taken, God's going to give you something greater. Things leave your life because God has something better for you anyway. So you might as well just accept that mindset and accept that reality for yourself, because that's the truth. You're not doing anything wrong. People can't handle the type of person that you are. You're real and you're authentic, and that hurts a lot of people because they don't know how to be real. They're fake, and it sets off a negative response in them when they're around somebody that's not fake like them. It reminds them that they swept their negative feelings under or negative thoughts about themselves under a rug for the last 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 years of their life. some of these people in their 60s and 70s and still haven't changed at all. Just mad at other people who are more advanced in life. Mad at people who aren't having the same plight as them. They got everything in the world that they could be happy about. They have everything that you would think a person would enjoy. Some of you chosen ones, if you had half the stuff that they had, your life would just be a little bit better. They can't even be. You would be grateful. All I'm saying is, if you have what, if you were able to have what they had, you would be grateful. You still want to get yours, and you probably already have it. But you get what I'm saying. There are people who have more than you, and it's crazy how they could be jealous of you, because if you had what they had, if they had more than you would be grateful to have what they had and not be hating on somebody who didn't have it. As wild as that is, that's the world we live in. But it's because you have something that can't be bought. That's why. You have something that can't be bought. They can't buy what you possess. They can't work for what you have. They have to work for what they have. You can't go to the store and buy what's in you. They can't do that. They can't go to the store and be like, yo, I'd like to buy that, please, one for me. Do you have any more in store? Any more in store, please? Is there any empathy here? Can I purchase some of that? Can I purchase some good vibes, please? Can I purchase an anointing? Any anointings for sale? You got to go to the industry for that. But that's a whole nother video. But look, it is what it is. Like, your energy draws attention. It draws people to you who want to be healed. It draws people to you who want better. And people lose their sense of self when they get around you, because it's like they really thought they were the stuff because they could talk real good. They thought people liked them. They thought they were cool. They get around you and it's like their whole mind is blown, because they know that you have all these cool things about you. All right, you can feel, you can see certain things, you can see through people. All right, you have discernment, you have perception, you have intuition, you have all these good things about you. All these superpowers, right? At one point, you didn't even feel comfortable being who you were. At one point, you weren't even happy to be who you were. You thought it was a curse. Oh, nobody likes me. I don't have any friends. That's the way it is, baby. God loves you. When God loves you, you're not going to have people like you. When God loves you, people aren't going to want to be your friend. It's the same thing with Christ. God loved Jesus. Jesus, ain't nobody want to keep it real with him. They put him up on the cross. So if they persecuted him, you already know what they're going to do to us. But that's why we have to rejoice, and we really have to find joy in that. And that's why the joy of the Lord is your strength, yo. You can't just, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I'm talking about when you're down, when you're out, when all is lost, when they're trying to paint a bad reality for you, when they don't want you, when they want you to lose hope, when they don't want you to be able to smile, when they don't want you to be able to see to be happy on a cloudy day. All right, when they don't want you to be uplifted and they want you to be depressed. They want you to be back down into a low state. They don't want you to come up. The joy of the Lord is your strength during those tough times. When these people are trying to break you down and destroy you. When you feel like all is lost and you don't have nothing left in you, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Don't you let these people kill your happiness. You have something that cannot be bought. They can't buy what you have. They can't recreate what you have. They can't go out and try to make what you have. They have to go out and make what they could create for themselves and in their life. We all do. As much as I like what other people have, I still have to go out and create my own thing. As much as I could look at somebody else's life and be like, wow, that's great. I see what they have. I see what they're doing. That's awesome. I still got to go out and create my own thing. I still got to go out and do me. Can't do you. Got to do me. But you'll have people play games with people who are focused, people who know what direction they want to go in life. These people are at these jobs because they don't know where they want to go in life. They don't have a vision. They don't have any plans, any goals, any dreams. Their only dream or plan is to just stay at this job until they retire. That's it. They have no vision. They have no ideas. They have no creative ability. Nothing special about them. At least they haven't developed themselves to where it is. You have developed yourself to something, or you have something that you need to be developing. That's why people are staring at you. They're looking at you because you have some type of untapped talent. They see something great in you, on you, something great about you. And you have to develop whatever that is so that way you could turn that and take that and make yourself successful. Got to do that. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going from job to job to job to job to job. You don't have it like them. You can't stay at these jobs for very long. They don't want you there. You got manager energy. You got boss energy. You have the same energy as the person that pulls up in a fancy, luxurious car that comes in and holds meetings at your job. You got the energy of the person that comes and tells everybody what to do at that job, wherever you work. The person that everybody straightens up and acts right when they come around. That's the energy you got. That's why they don't want you there. It ain't nothing that can stop you. It's nothing that can stop a mind that thinks he can or she can. Nothing. You got to keep it moving, and you can't let anything get in the way. A lot of these clowns will try to get in your way. They'll try to use their games to get in your way. They want to try to get in your way with what they have going on. They want you to fall. They want to be the cause of your fall. All right, they want to be the end of your fate. They want to destroy your life. And when you have so many people against you and you've been through so much stuff, it could be easy to just want to give up, but you can't. You still have to keep going. All right, you're going to have a mean story at the end of this. People being mean to you, people being negative to you. You got to keep going because that's how mean your story is going to be. You got a dope story. You got an ill story. You have to keep going. You can't give up. All right, somebody needs to hear what you're going through. Somebody's going to need to see what your story packaged in the form of a song, in the form of some clothes, some poetry, your bakery shop, your hair salon, your burger joint, your sandwich shop, whatever it is. Whatever it is, somebody's going to take what you created and what you made and be inspired by it. You can't stop. Somebody's waiting on you to inspire them right now. You can't let anything get in the way. You can't let anything stop you. You're better than anyone and anything that's trying to stop you. You're better than them. If you weren't better than them, why would they be trying to get in your way? It's just been the same type of spirits and the same type of people that have been coming at you for years. You got to go to God. You got to ask God to pray these evil, wicked spirits off your life. You got to go to God and pray and ask him to help you defeat these demons of anti-progression. All right, there are some demons of anti-progression that are trying to take a hold of your lives as a chosen one. When you keep having to go from job to job to job, there's some demons of anti-progression. You got to pray these demons of anti-progression out your life. And you have to ask God, be like, God, show me whatever it is I'm doing. If there's anything I'm doing, Lord, show me my part in this. Show me the part that I'm playing in this. But you already know what it is. You know it's a vibe, spiritual kind of thing. You've changed yourself so many times to try to please people. It's not even funny. You done tried to talk to them. You done tried to be friends. You done talked. You done been quiet. You tried to do everything you possibly could. Smile, look them in the eye, start conversation, hold the door for them. You done tried everything you could possibly do. It's something about you that they don't like, so they're not going to want you there. Your energy is different. And because your energy is different, it causes people to feel threatened, and their insecurities start to get to them to where they can't stand you for too long and you got to go. But that's a wonderful thing. It shows you how powerful you are. It shows you how much power you have in you. And it's time to develop that power. It's time to develop that power in you. It's time to create something for yourself and start believing in yourself and start working on it and not give up. No matter how hard life gets, don't give up. No matter how hard things get, don't give up. All right. No matter how bad things get, don't give up. You got to keep going. You deserve a great and amazing life. And as much as people are trying to stop you, you got to stop yourself and think, why are these people trying to stop me? It must be something great that they see about me. So rejoice and be happy. Be happy you have something that they can't buy. You have something that they can't buy. So be happy. Put a smile on your face. No matter how hard they work, no matter how much money they save, no matter how much they get paid, they don't have what you have and they could never buy it. They'll never find a love like yours. They'll never find a mind like yours, a spirit like yours, a heart like yours. All right. So this has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Salute to the Druuill Nation and Galactic family. Everybody hit that like, share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all you amazing people, in the next video. Salute. DruTube out.